It's been doing this for more than a minute. No internet secured, and now the Wi-Fi just completely disappeared. Has anybody ever seen that? I've taken computer security certifications, and I've never seen anything like this. This is proof of Project Echelon running. My entire Wi-Fi tab just got deleted off of my options. It's no longer there. Network, internet, and security options, Wi-Fi does not populate. It's not there. Okay, now here it is again. And it's like I'm not connected. So I just connected my house's Wi-Fi network. For the last 20 minutes, I've been trying to upload this video, and it's locked at 5%. It has not moved past it. Shows how dirty the tap water is. And now look at this console. Failed. Connection 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 failed. So you know what that is? That's malicious DNS management. So I'm having my DNS connection invaded by the people that are supposed to be protecting us and upholding the law. They're exploiting their understanding of computer science and deliberately breaking my connection to make the DNS not respond to my very simple upload of my video to Veed. So I can't use the internet, which is a right. I have no privacy, which is a right. And these losers won't provide a warrant every single time that they not only search my shit, but then jam my connection. So jamming my connection so I can't speak out is a form of terrorism. You're trying to silence me so that I can't go inform other people. You're intentionally creating psychological distress. You think this is a joke to jam my internet, but when it has something as serious to do as water tests and the fact that I discovered a 50-degree heat difference between tap water and distilled water after running the electrolyzer, which is DC electrical current, which the same thing could be applied remotely via cell tower, because that's how transmission works. That's how data teleports, as you send it through the air through radio frequency, and you could power or use a water electrolyzer or cause the same sort of activity from afar with radio frequency technology. So while I'm trying to get this information out here, and how these heavy metal particles in this tap water created a 50-degree heat difference between the two, I'm having my connection jammed. I'm being shocked with dew pulses. And this is 100% a smoking gun, that I'm having government-grade man-in-the-middle and DNS jamming happening where it just stops responding. Discard empty project test. The server responded with a status of 404. Status of 404. Missing user hash. So I'm not being authenticated. And then all these other things that can only happen from government-grade hacking. I've never seen a server just stop responding, a DNS server stop responding, except for when I'm in the middle of an important project and the government wants to use plausible deniability to try to keep things secret. That's the only time I see this happen. I swear to God on my life, the validity and accuracy of every single thing I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about as far as computer security and computer science, as I have taken multiple courses to become certified in computer security and networking. So this is networking. This has to do with DNS and jamming occurring. And you see this console completely red. That's not supposed to be happening. So that proves that while I'm trying to get this content out, the same DNS settings I have that were just working fine on a different website are not working at all now, to the point where this video is just lost. It's stuck at 5% forever. And watch what happens when I try to connect to the internet. So it's already taking longer than it should be. Promise you it is. And this is taking 20 minutes. Okay? At least 20 minutes. Look at my community tab. When I was posting about connection stuff, it was 20 minutes ago. So this is taking 20 minutes of my day. And now you see over a minute it's trying to connect to a Wi-Fi access point that should be only 20 feet from me. But this is proof of Project Echelon, man in the middle, and connection stealing. So we've got a malicious access point that's now impersonating my access point. It says we've got no internet and it's secured. But what? It's got the same exact name as my router. So now I'm going to go in and look at my router. I'm going to change the IP address 1 character. And then guess what happens to my connection? It's not there. They just deleted my internet. You know why? Because I was just connected to a government grade man in the middle, a computer equivalent of a Stingray. This is Project Echelon impersonating my Wi-Fi network. And then right when I catch it and change my IP address, it kicks me out of the network. So if you know what that means, then this is why my video, this is why so many different things are happening this way. And again, if I connect to this network, it's taking more than a minute to identify, even though it's a known network. Saying no internet but secured. No internet but secured. Now when I go in, I'm going to again change the IP address, just 1 digit. And now this time it says connected and secured. But see what's happening with this VED upload. So I've clicked on this page. It should already start loading. This page is alive. And if I create a new project even, what happens? So it'll incorrectly take me back to this project and say, media with missing asset. It looks like one or more of your files has not been uploaded correctly. Please use an replace function to re-upload the file. So I say, okay, because that's the only way to start a new project. As you see here, when I go back to dashboard. And this is working 100 times smoother now. It was taking like more than a minute for every single click to load. So now I'm creating a new project, and watch. It's incorrectly loading this again, which is not working. It's not working. When I try to do this, no part of this is working. It's frozen. The video is frozen, but the time is running. If I try to hit done on this, or go back to dashboard, watch what happens. It says the upload's incomplete. So my options are continue uploading. So it's a bend a loop, you know what I mean? It's a loop, it's stuck, it's broken. And now if I go and try to upload the same file here, now watch what happens. So I've already clicked the file, I've selected the file, and nothing started. Nothing has started. So I've already selected what file I want. Here it is now, coming in. And what are we at? We're uploading 0%. Uploading 0%. Uploading 1%. And let's look at this console here. It's just completely red. Let's look at the Wi-Fi connection. And we've got 4 megabits per second coming in. So that's proof that my Wi-Fi is being throttled to next to nothing, being jammed to next to nothing. And notice how it's not showing the chart like it normally does. So this should all be full of activity right here, and it's not showing it. And I didn't disable that. That's the hackers that work for the government that are trying to hide proof of them transmitting this Wi-Fi network at a toxic pulse rate. And we're at 2% uploaded. %. So I can't even begin the editing process until this whole thing's loaded. And you see what just happened just a second ago on this one. This is still frozen at 5%. Imagine you're streaming a movie. The second you open the web page, it resumes activity. So the fact that this is still frozen at 5% shows that this is because of DNS not responding and other discrete hacking that's happening. And then the second I would turn this in for cyber forensics, guess what they could do? Because this is a networking exploit, then they just don't do it. They disconnect themselves from it, and then they're not there. So who knows how to do that? The CIA, the FBI, government parties that are affiliated with this shit. So here we just open this again, started this whole thing again. We're already at 4% on this one, which is moving at a snail's pace. Even moving at a snail's pace, it's actually moving, opposed to it just being jammed, throttled to absolutely nothing. So you see this 6 megabits per second, and the receive is 90 kilobits per second. So we're supposed to be doing gigabits. It's supposed to be gig speed, not like 5 megabits. So we're still stuck on 5% on this video, and then this video is now at 5%. So that just shows that they're still jamming this other video because this hasn't gotten to 6% yet. And this one's at 5 already, even though they're jamming it a ridiculous amount. And we just caught it at 0. We literally just caught it at 0 right when And let's look at the difference. Well, it was sitting at 0, and then right when we caught it, it popped up to 6. So that's exactly how long it takes to upload, to edit, to do anything when the government has an ulterior motive that is extremely illegal to get in the way, to make everything as difficult as possible, to psychologically torment you. When you report it to the FBI that, hey, I'm having a Wi-Fi problem, I've got a V2K harmonic on my Wi-Fi, and they don't do anything while they have agents on the clock jamming my DNS, where I can't even share with people about how toxic our fucking drinking water is. What a happy time to be an American. What a happy time to work at a place with integrity on the fucking building, and they're doing things like this.